Hi everyone, this is Serp API podcast, and Ali uh, have asked, is it better to use XPath or CSS selectors? Why industry tend to use CSS selectors more instead of XPath? Actually, it's interesting because it's interesting question because all of the tools translate in CSS selectors to XPath because all of the tools are using libxml or some sort of competitor of or alternative of libxml. So all of them are using this like the same algorithm. So all of them use the same algorithm to convert CSS selector to XPath and then traverse HTML by using XPath queries. And also like uh, in testers in web test in in community of test quality assurance like testers of web pages like who use Selenium. Expats are like having dominance, so most of the testers are using expats because they're more reliable. There is more, not more reliable, but syntax of expat provides it's how to say, not it's not more strict, but uh, it has more power. Like it allows to traverse the, like it allows to select some node, then go to parent and select all of the specific elements that have specific stuff and that node has. So it have much more powerful filtering comparing to CSS. And for example, modern versions of CSS. By versions, I mean CSS3, CSS4, CSS5. Like in CSS4 or in third, they have added pseudo selector has. Uh, Before there were no such thing, and in CSS4 and CSS5 they add into the standard even more things to be able to select like relevant elements. Like for example, CSS3 have added like star, circumflex, and sign, and it means, and also plus sign, so div plus a or div star some class name, and it allows to select, to write a CSS selector for that will capture more elements. But using XPath, it's like available right now, like, but unfortunately, like none of, like libxml doesn't supports only XPath 1.1, but there is XPath 2.0, and it doesn't. I have seen only one Golang library that supports XPath 2, but anyway, all of the libraries that extract data from HTML translate CSS selectors to XPath. And Emirhan says that CSS selectors are still poorly implemented. Like there are many escaping problems. And for example, this has text equals to something is translated to XPath query, and by using XPath queries, like there is much more power. It's like,
It's
yeah,
like writing an expression.
yes, it's like writing an expression. It has much, and it can be minimized down to much more concise XPath query, and also like I have raised a year ago an issue in Nokogiri repository. Their algorithm translating of translating CSS selector to XPath duplicates parent nodes. I don't remember, but from what I remember, it has some duplication, and by minimizing that XPath query manually, I have sped up Nokogiri usage by 10 to 15%, and I haven't implemented it haven't implemented it in Serp API. I have not submitted a pull request. We only discussed it with Mike in issue, and we stopped it. Mike is a maintainer, like primary maintainer of Monokogiri, and also he is director of engineering at Shopify. And so yes, but why, like, to answer like the like part why industry tend to use CSS selectors more than XPath? I guess because right now the trend is to use browser automation and to use PPTIR, and all of the front-end people are using PPTIR. Front-end people know CSS but don't know XPath, and just using what's more convenient, not convenient. What they people use what they know how to use. It doesn't mean it's actually the most efficient, but at some point they switch to XPaths because it provides more power. But at the same point, CSS is in multiple ways. CSS is more concise. For example, we can write dot class name, comma, dot class name, comma, dot class name, comma. It's short. By using XPath, it will be like 1000 character string that will use some string manipulation, because XPath queries can only query over entire value of attribute, and to query only if you want to query over only like, for example, div have 3 class names, and we want to match class names that second one in the attribute value. And if we will write XPath that looks like class equals to something, it won't work because it will match by entire attribute value. And Nokogiri and Beautiful Soup and also Parcel, they use string manipulation, so they wrap class name around, they prepend and append space, and also have a function that names text containing, and match that way. So in some point, like if we use only class names, it's more concise to use CSS and translate it to XPath. But if you want to have something more complex, it's simpler to use XPaths.
Awesome. In your opinion, may I ask you like a final question about XPath and CSS? What is in your experience? What is faster?
It's translated into XPath, so don't know.
Got it.
I don't know how it works in JavaScript runtime like V8 or SpiderMonkey or whatever else. But when we use Beautiful Soup Nokogiri Parcel or something else, I'm not sure about Rust or Golang libraries, but it's
Makes sense.
like, because all of that libraries are anyway working with XML, like they treat HTML as XHTML, and they translate CSS to XPath and apply queries over. By the way, what is faster? For example, in the previous year, on past previous year, in Nokogiri, maintain Mike in Nokogiri, yeah, scrape is parcel. Ali is showing it, and scrape is parcel is great. It's much. I like it much more than beautiful soup because it allows to write XPath and CSS selectors the same as we do in Nokogiri. So, but in Nokogiri in the past or past year, Mike, maintainer of Nokogiri, has written. So it uses libxml, and libxml allows to write something like a plugin execute over uh, XML3 by using XPath, or XPath provide allows it. I don't remember. We can also talk about it in some, like we can review it this pull request. It's pretty interesting. So he has written a custom XPath query for CSS selector. Like instead of using that complex stuff with string manipulation, he has written class containing function for XPath. He has written it in C, and we can Nokogiri invokes contains class function that is like custom. It's not in XPath standard. It's custom functions that libxml can understand because he has written. I can actually. I can actually find the pull request. So he has written a function for libxml like XPath, and it's like 2 times faster, I guess. So, but still, it's XPath. So I don't know how to name it. So topic performance. Topic performance, supplement C serialization, improve reading spell, compile read number serialization, read encoding performance. I don't remember. Anyway, we can check it later.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you all for watching. It was fun. And actually, thank you all for asking questions and commenting in the chat